On January 16th, the Free Enterprise Fund held a policy event called Entitlement Reform Without Tax Increases. The purpose of this discussion was to support President Bush and encourage him to maintain his pledge to not raise taxes to reform Social Security. The event was co-sponsored by the National Taxpayers Union, the Institute for Policy Innovation, and the Americans for Tax Reform. Mallory Factor, the chairman of the Free Enterprise Fund, hosted the event, and during the discussions he said that the Free Enterprise Fund wants to ensure that all Americans have ample opportunities for success.
The way we do that is make sure we have an economy that grows and is not stifled by taxes and regulations that calls for uniform mediocrity. And I will do everything in my power, and I will work every day of my life to make sure that we all have those opportunities.
All of the panelists at this Free Enterprise Fund event agreed that the Social Security system is heading for financial disaster. They also agreed that it can be fixed without raising taxes. All of the panel members and the guest speaker, Congressman Patrick McHenry, Republican from North Carolina, support establishing personal accounts for working Americans as part of a solution. Congressman McHenry has introduced to Congress the Core Spending Act, the Commission on Reforming Entitlement Spending. The purpose of this act is to force Congress to address the problems with Social Security, but with one important condition.
You cannot raise taxes. You cannot use revenue increasers in any way, shape, or form for entitlement reform.
Stephen Moore, editorial board member for the Wall Street Journal, made some strong points in favor of creating personal accounts for Social Security. For one thing, he praised his fellow Republicans for addressing the problems with Social Security, unlike the Democrats, who have so far done nothing.
They basically said there's nothing wrong with Social Security, there is no Social Security crisis, Republicans are trying to privatize the program, and they simply attack.
Grover Norquist, the president of Americans for Tax Reform, revealed the true reason the Democrats have not proposed a plan.
In an America where every person, white, black, poor, rich, whatever, is going to be an owner and see the value of his or her retirement go up or down based on the stock market and the value of wealth in this country, the party of trial lawyers and labor unions and tax spenders is a dead man walking.
But doing nothing with Social Security just isn't an option. Peter Ferrara, senior fellow of the Free Enterprise Fund, explained why.
The only way to deal with these entitlement reforms is to have positive, even populist fundamental structural reforms that create actually a much better system.
Dr. John Bertude, the president of the National Taxpayers Union, strongly objected to raising taxes to fix the problems with Social Security.
We've gone down this tax hike road far too many times in the last half century. Going forward, tax hikes are unneeded, unwise, and the wrong approach to Social Security reform.
Social Security reform will be a hot issue as negotiations between the new Democrat Congress and President Bush continue. The Free Enterprise Fund will keep fighting against tax increases in all their forms. Check back regularly at our website for updates on how you can help.